I'm Miles. I do the art. My day job is ceramics.
And I'm Chris. I'm the programmer. My day job is programming.
And I'm Kate. I'm the producer and do a lot of ad hoc other stuff.
Wondering where the idea for Smooth Operator came from.
Well, Ludum Dare had a theme that was 10 seconds, a time-based theme. And when we approach jam games, we always try to subvert the theme any way we can.
Yeah, it's kind of boring just doing the being literal with the theme, so it's always nice to change it around.
Explanation for that is that, okay, 10-second bases, like second base, the American idiom for kind of making out.
Adolescent progression. Yeah.
How do you get to second base? You get really good at first base. So we decided to make a game about first base, and it's 10 characters that you move through in a progression. So you have to get to second base 10 times.
What's been the most challenging part of releasing Smooth Operator?
I think we had a lot of really high-minded ideas that would be easy to adapt.
Yeah.
And the basic game was super easy to adapt to the touch device, but
it just wasn't very much fun.
yeah, and adding, I think as the programmer, I can say that from a programming perspective, putting in the second player is what really changed a lot of stuff.
You added the read-only memories character Tomcat to your game. When did you first hear about the game and get in touch with them about a crossover?
We had heard about it back when they did their original Kickstarter, and the game sounded really, really cool. And basically, we all did the South by Southwest Gaming Expo together as part of the Indie Media Exchange, which is a great organization that helps indies get, space to demo their games at bigger events, and specifically has a mission to put them in touch with press. Their producer played the game. He said, "You have to put our characters in your game."
So you were featured in Game Boss, a video game reality TV show. Would you take part in something like that again? And I'm just curious what your thoughts are about that.
Probably not. Not because it wasn't a great opportunity, but I just don't know as it necessarily matches kind of our style.
Yeah, I'm personally mixed. Like, it was kind of a love-hate situation for me. Like, I have fond memories, but I have also terrifying memories. But I think in a way, I would be open to do it again, but only. I think we would approach it more in a professional and like. We've been doing this for a while now, so I think we have a little better understanding of what we're capable of and what we are doing.
We were very new to
Yeah,
it.
we're very new. We started like a brand new game, like 2
we
months
started
before.
a game.
So it's just like
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was
Not even 2 months.
Yeah, it was 2
months.
weeks. Yeah.
And
whereas the early games are like 5 years we've been working on this game.
Yeah.
So it was
very odd.
much
It was a
underdog.
great opportunity. Very grateful for it, but
Yeah.
odd thing at an odd time for us as a team.
Does it ever get awkward demoing a kissing game?
All the time.
Absolutely.
End of answer. No, we were at the Indie Game Con in Eugene demoing it, and there were a lot of significantly younger kids around. And there was one point at which was it a 5-year-old?
Our biggest fan was a 6-year-old and her mom.
Who came over, and when I was showing the game, I said to the mom, I was like, I need to disclose this to you. This is a gross kissing game. And the mom was like, it's fine, it's no problem.
Recently, Mystery Science Theater 3000 was kickstarted for 14 new episodes and a holiday special. Thank the stars. What do you think the show will be so many years after its legendary run in
We
the
can all
90s?
hold up a visual aid. We happen to be sitting in front of this shelf that has all these DVDs on it. I think I can speak for all of us and say we're pretty excited.
Yeah. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for those folks that are involved with it. And it's amazing that it hasn't happened sooner. But then when you come right down to it, I'm not really sure why it got canceled in the first place. So
The age-old Mystery Science Theater 3000 argument between Mike and Joel. Why do you think this argument exists, and do you take a side, Mike or Joel, on this one?
The argument exists because people hate change.
I think it exists because just the nature of fandom is to kind of splinter things. So you can't have people who both love Star Trek and Star Wars. You have to come down on one side or the other. And I mean, you really don't. But
I like both of them.
yeah, me too. Exactly. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I like Joel and Mike both.
If you're going to recommend someone jump into Mystery Science Theater 3000, which show would you recommend?
I really like Alien from LA because the movie is so ridiculous and over the top and visually fascinating, but then just this layer of MST on it feels super decadent and delicious and fun. So I think it's a great starter episode. Plus Kathy Ireland.
I recommend Laser Blast. I feel like I could watch that movie over and over and over. There's just something about the movie itself. I don't even remember those segments that are part of it, but the movie is just so out there. And it falls in that perfect period for me, which is the late 70s MSC. I think it was released years later.
I wonder what elements you need to make a good Beardo game.
Beer.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think I just don't like doing the same old games that everybody makes. I like to think about new genres. I like to think about weird takes on old genres.
The best moment I had, as far as, specifically working on Smooth Operator, was the moment where it was just like, how are we going to fill a super move in the pet store? It was like, hey, let's just put cats in there and they come out of tongue. I like those moments where it's just like, that is just like free form, like whatever, like what the fuck. Basically.
After Smooth Operator ships, what's next?
So many ideas.
Yeah.
So many ideas.
So, like, when we do game jams, we usually have a list of about 200 ideas to comb through after the first round of brainstorming, to winnow it down and winnow it down and winnow it down. And then some of those ideas we put in the parking lot for future games. So I would say we have about 20 or so of those that are solid, plus 20 or so other ideas that we've had outside of doing jam games that are pretty solid.
Plus 20 or so that we've each individually been thinking of in the time
that we
not
haven't even
telling
discussed.
each other.
Yeah.
That any of those games, or maybe none of those games, could ever exist.
Yeah, we're just trying to survive to launch, and then we'll regroup.